Hey, everybody, it's your lovely Lotus Blossom Lizzie, and today we're going to be doing a bit of junk journaling. So I'm just kind of testing things out here and just making sure everything is coming on board. Let's see here. So if you want to chat with me, you may, of course. And I'll be kind of looking away from the camera because I have the camera kind of in a precarious position. So hold on here. Got a little bit of echo going here. And if you are on, please let me know if you can hear. Let's see here. What we got? All right. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be starting in a moment. And before I get started, I always like to suggest that if these are the type of videos that you like, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Also subscribe and hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when more videos like this one come out. So I'm going to try to keep my eyes on the chat, but the chat is kind of over that way. And I'm also going to be... I'm also going to all right, I'm being told I need to mute my mic, so let's see. I think I have everything muted already, but just in case. All right, just let me know if that's better, Mr. LL Marketing. Okay, so first, I'm going to show you some things I have in the Etsy shop, and then I'm going to start doing a bit of junk journaling. So if you didn't know that I have an Etsy shop or you haven't been over there, then you should go check things out. I have lots of items that you can use for your junk journals or just regular journaling, and they are just super fun to play with. There's some stamps, there's stencils, there's journals, all kinds of things. So I had a few things I wanted to just share before we kind of jumped in and got started. All right, so I'm going to just turn the camera downward so you can kind of see my desk here. Let me just put my glasses on here. And we're going to have a little bit of fun. I'm probably going to be on for... I'm probably going to be on for just a little bit. All right, hold on one second. On OBS. Okay. All right. Okay. Is my sound better now? Because I think I had a bit of an echo. Just let me know if the sound is better now. So this is your mark. I turned the mic down in the encoder. So I'm kind of using a new software. So I hope you all will bear with me because I'm just trying to get things all straight with that. So here are some things that I have for the that are in the Etsy shop, and I just want to kind of give you a peek. Let me just show you some of the journals that are still up right now. I have this beautiful fitness journal, and there's a few more that are up. And this is what it looks like here. And I love these journals. I created these. They have like sewing around the perimeter, and it has like a lace closure on it. And hey, Christina. Oh yeah, you had the headphones on, still in the other room. That's funny. Inside it has it just has lots of writing space for you to write in. And then I also included some ephemera on the inside. But these are like kind of like vision journals. Of course, you can make them any kind of way that you would like for them to be. So let's just tie this one up and get it out the way here. And move that out the way as well. So what comes with this journal is going to be, it's going to be some scissors, a glue stick, and also an ink pen. And this is to get you going, so you don't have to go out and buy anything. This is like a kit all to itself. We got a little heart paper clip here. And in the inside, I made an ephemera pack that holds some of the smaller pieces for your vision board. So I went and I painstakingly cut out lots of inspirational and motivational words that you can use within the journal. So it's just tons that are in here, and I made a little pocket that you can keep it in. So each journal has this as well. And then also it had some bigger pieces that I didn't want to cut up, and so I have those. And so I have those in the pack also. So these will not be folded when you get them. So you can see more inspirational things that you can use within your journal. And then also some cardstock as well to use inside. So this is all one kit. So I wanted to make a kit that was kind of all inclusive that you could use. So if you're just coming on, I'm going to be doing some junk journaling in a few moments, but I just wanted to kind of share a few things that are still up in the shop. And these two books are from my collection, my I Want to Live collection. That's what I call them because they're like rescued books. And this one here is May I Come In, and I love this book. And in the inside, I put lots of different papers in here, and some of them are from like the original book as well. So you have lots of space to write in, and it's all bound. And if it's too many pages for you, because there's actually 100 pages in each one of these books, if it's too many pages, you can actually pull those pages out. Look at this paper. It's so wonderful. I just like rubbing it. It has so much texture. So not only does it have color, but it has texture, y'all. I love, if you watch me, you know I like rubbing my pages for some reason. So, and it has this wonderful coil to keep everything together. And then next, this one is also from the I Want to Live collection, and this is the Disney's Wonderful World of Knowledge. And I actually have quite a few more books that I'll be making with these covers. And you know, who doesn't love Disney? Disney is like so awesome. And so inside this book, it has a vellum in the front that has a beautiful poem here, and you can see it also has some of the original pages, which were amazing. So, and I think these books were definitely going to be going to the trash. So they made a perfect addition to the I Want to Live collection, because you know we don't want the books to die out. And then it has lots of pages in here, and this one has 75 pages in it also. So let me put this aside, and then thank you, LL. And also we have some ephemera packs. So I just wanted to kind of share some of these, and some of them I've shared before, but I wanted to show you again. This one it has like pieces of maps in here, and I'll pull them out. Let's pull some of these over away. And I'm just going to quickly go through them because I want to get started doing a junk journal personally. And so you can see I actually made these to be bigger than they used to be. So if you got some of these before, just know that now the pieces are much, much bigger. And you can see some of them in here. So, and I made these from my personal collection. They're not from public domain or anything. And it has like some map pieces, receipts. It has like the tops stamps inside. And like I said, I'm just going through them really quickly. You can actually view these over at the Etsy shop, and you can see all the pieces are all laid out. We got vintage receipts, vintage music papers, and all these. And you can use these like, you know, journaling cards within your actual journals. Or if you have a Bible, you can put them in your Bible, because we have the Bible journaling kits as well. So here's one of the Bible journaling kits right here. And I call this the Saints pack because it has lots of references to saints in it. And again, these are all from my personal collection as well. So you can see we have like Bible charts, Old Testament. You can read these as well. And we have like some more nice cards. We have some saints here. Just lots of nice pieces to go inside of your journals. All right, let's move on because I don't want to stick on this too much. So we'll just move this over here to the side. And then this one is from Travel Kit. And this is great if you are like going on a trip and you want to kind of, take notes of everything on your trip, and you have just like lots of travel inspired ephemera. Like you have like the airplane here, so you can put that on a page and put like where you went to, what type flight it was. It's kind of almost gives you like some journal prompts, which is nice. We have tickets in here. We have labels for photos, camera, anything that has to do with travel. This little kit has it. And again, if you got this before, it's even better now because I made them nice and big. So let me know, Mr. LL, if we are still actually, if we're still actually echoing or not. Hi Shannon, how you doing today? Yes, you made it. I'm going to be junk journaling in a moment. I was just showing a few things from the shop in here over at Pleasant Creation. So the link is below in the description if you all are interested, and only if you're interested, but it's lots of good stuff that you can put in your journal. So I love maps, and so I have like some map pieces, and I'm not going to take these out. It's just pieces of maps. And also these are some pieces from a map game. It was a National Geographic map game, and they have like different colors on the back of them. And I thought these were like just really cool pieces to put into a card. And you can make ephemeral with this as well because you can layer this on top of some other pieces or put some pieces on these because they're like really sturdy cardstock. So those are very nice. Okay, everything's good. Yay! Okay, so we're getting ready to do some junk journaling, and I just took a few pieces out because I didn't really know where I was gonna go with this. So no. Okay, can you hear me now, Shannon? Let me know if you can hear and if I don't have an echo. I don't know what happened and the mic kind of just went down on me. This live cast is turning out to be a fiasco. I know there is mic dropped out. Uh-oh. Okay, you can hear again. Okay, good. All right. So I don't know what happened, why the mic dropped out on me, but we're okay now. Okay. So if you didn't hear me, I'm just showing you some of the ephemera that I pulled out. And I was talking about this masking tape that I got a long time ago. And it's just basically, it's like washi tape. So I'm going to be trying to use some of that in here too. I'm going to use a lot of little pieces today. And some of these pieces are from some of the kits that I showed. I hope you were able to hear, but you know, you can see it if you didn't hear it. Like I said, I'm using a new software, so I'm just trying to get used to it. So please forgive me. Okay, so we have this is from some more kits and some more ephemera that sell, yada yada yada. And I love these ladies' home journal cards. And let's see what else we have in a postcard here. So, and the ephemera bag, because you know, you can, not ephemera bag, but this is like a glassine bag. So the glassine bags, you can definitely use those within your journals as well. So I also took out my, I call it my flow journal, y'all. It's my flow journal. And inside of my flow journal is lots of extra bits that I can use inside of my journal. I took out some watercolors because I think I'm going to do some watercoloring. So I have like my water here. I got some water and my brush handy. And I always have like an extra jar of water to stick my brushes in or clean them up real quick. I got my tiny words from Tim Holt, so I'm going to use some of those. And I had some misfit cuts on one of my kits, so I'll pull that out so I can use those. Misfit cuts are good too. I also printed some pictures. I'm going to put some pictures in this time. And I took out some sample washi tapes that I have because Lord knows I need to use my washi tapes. Do any of you have like tons of washi tape like I do? And I took out a brush and of course my trusty Uniball pen. And I also have some stencils. This is my book that I keep the stencils in. Because some of these, I'm still struggling to figure out a way to put the stencils. I don't know if I'm going to use the stencils or not. And then I just put like my texture cards on the end of this book. So let's move some of this stuff out the way. And like I said, I'm probably going to use quite a few pieces of ephemera today because I want to try to finish this book up. Because you know, I'm kind of glad this book was small because I want to use it up now. I'm not. I won't say I'm tired of it, but I want a new book now. I want to make a new book. So, and I'll probably come on and do a new book as well. All right, so I still have a few pages in here, and once the book is all done, I'll do like a proper flip through on it. But I just want to figure out what spots I want to work on. So I think I'm going to work on this spot here, and these pages don't have anything on them, but I just like the way they look without me putting anything on it. I'm going to take my face off of here because it's taking up too much space. Okay, so I'm going to probably use this one right here, and maybe this page it just has background, so I'm probably going to add a picture on that one. I can do something with these pages here. I can still have room there. And I had some little pieces in here. I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. And I could do something with this, but I think I'm going to leave this the way it is. So that's the nice thing about using some pages that have some illustrations on it already. Then this is like kind of wonderful. Yes, it is a wonderful stress relief. I love doing crafting myself, Shannon. But I love doing the junk journaling. I didn't know how I was gonna like it when I first started, but I really love doing it. It's just, you know, it's a release and it's like something that's your own, and I love flipping through the pages as well. So this is the last clean page. So actually there was lots of white pages in this book. It was lots of white pages, you all, and I covered them all up. So you don't have to be afraid of putting white pages in your books. And then this is just kind of hanging here. So let's see what we're going to do. First, let's cut some of these pictures out because I know I want to put some pictures in. Oh, you know what I want to do first before I do that? Is I'm going to go to this page. And I need, let's see. I just want to kind of cover this up because I'm going to do a little bit of watercoloring on this page. I knew I was going to do this, so. And just so I can have like a nice little background around here. Oh, you're hearing an echo as well? Oh, this thing is driving me crazy. It's like the settings are changing by themselves. Okay. All right. I think I fixed it. And hello, Tamika. I'm glad you're here. Well, all the things going on in the world today, rather be at home crafting. I hear you. I'm like a hermit. I love being at home. I always tell my mother that I'm like a hermit crab. I love being at home. So I got these watercolors at Michael's. This is one of the inexpensive sets that they have. And I really like it for a beginner. I would like some better watercolors, but you know, for now, this will just have to do. This will do. All right. Got to keep my eye on the mic because I don't know what's going on. The mic keeps changing by itself. This is a weird program. A weird program indeed, people. Okay, I know. I'm probably going to use this piece on here, so let's see if we can match some colors up a little bit on here. So I'm just getting into the watercolors. So I'm not an artist. I never claimed to be an artist for sure. But I do like playing around with the watercolors because I like the translucentness of the watercolors for show. So let's get a little bit more water on here. And it's like you can't mess this up. I want this color. I'm about to do the wrong color, y'all. And I'm just trying to create kind of a border on this page. So nothing fancy, nothing smancy. So what are you all doing this evening? Are y'all getting ready for like a wonderful, relaxing weekend? I think my weekends are like the same as my weekdays. So I try to make every day as relaxing as I can. You know what, Tamika? I don't know how to match colors either. I'm terrible at matching colors. But I'm learning. I'm actually going to try to make a color wheel so that I can figure out how to mix colors without making them all black and brown. Cuz that's what usually happens. And it's like I don't want all black and brown. Well, I'm going to use a little bit of brown this time, but I'm using it on purpose. Cuz sometimes when you mix colors they come out all muddy. And actually, I have a video that's coming up, and you're going to see. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. It was a little bit of a hot mess, but sometimes that just happens. So Shannon says you don't have to be an artist because creativity comes in all forms. Yes, ma'am, it does. And yep, you just have to start playing with your stuff, just like you said, Shannon said, and things will just come to you, and you'll find the beauty in it for sure. So I'm going to dry this page up. I have my heat gun. So, because, I'm a little bit impatient, the heat gun is like my favorite tool so I can get on with whatever it is I'm going to be doing. Hey, beauty, how you doing today? How are you and your daughter? I haven't done like a live video in a really long time, and I really missed it. And one reason why I haven't been on is because the original software that I used to do my live videos, it kind of wasn't working for me anymore. I don't know if it was an update on my computer or what, and it kind of just threw things all off. So then I was shut down on the live videos for quite a bit. And then I also wasn't even doing any junk journaling for a while because I was just busy with my work. But now I'm still busy, but I'm trying to find more time so that I can keep on playing. Yeah, you got to get your heat gun. That's like, if you're going to do mixed media, any type of mixed media, the heat gun is definitely going to be your friend. Because see, this is dry and I didn't even, well, these are watercolors anyway. Watercolors don't take that long. So let's just put this aside because I'm done with that now. Because like I said, I just wanted this to be kind of a background. It didn't even have to be a neat background. And then I'm taking one of these pieces of paper and I have lots of text pages and and music pages and dictionary pages and things like that. I have those up in the shop as well. So I had plenty of it, so I definitely thought it would be like a great idea to kind of share those um, on the Etsy shop. So over at Pleasant Creations. All right, so let's see. Oh, she's watching with you. She likes junk journaling. That is so cool. I wish I would have gotten started doing junk journaling at a much earlier age, but sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I didn't really grow up with like a lot of creative people around me. Hold up, you guys. Ugh. I gotta go away from the camera a little bit so I can get like my distressed inks here. And we need a blender. Because what I'm going to do, this actually was a page from one of the vintage books I used to make the journals. And it's in German. And I don't speak German, so I don't know what it says, but I love the writing is beautiful. I love looking at foreign writing. It's kind of cool. So I'm just going to kind of distress the edges of this. Um, I do know, like, if the pages got wet again, that these will kind of bleed a little bit, but I don't have any intention on wetting this page anymore, so we should be good to go. And I like blending the edges. Hi, Lucy. I like watching you guys' channel. Because y'all know I'm not just a YouTuber, but I'm a YouTube fan also. I like watching other people's channels. Lots of times when people, when they comment and stuff, I'm like, that's an opportunity to see what they have on their channel, if they have anything. Because sometimes, people just like to watch. So I'm going to put this here. And this I showed this in my last video. And it's a die cut piece. I was actually doing kind of a test, and it actually, I don't know if you can see it, but it has like writing on it because this was a scrap piece of paper that I used, and I took the scrap and I ran it through my new die cutting machine. So I'm not gonna say which one I have yet because people asked me already. I have requests out there to actually do a video on it. Even though I can't really give you a lot of good advice because I don't know what I'm doing with my die cutting machine, but this was a test. So I'm going to do that one day. Oh, you love books with languages too? I do too. I like listening to music in other languages as well. I love like Brazilian jazz and I like world music with all the different languages. And let me tell you, I had a supervisor, and this was some years ago. And we could play music in the office. That's when I wasn't working for myself and I was working kind of in a corporate setting. And I would play like my world music, and it would be like Latin music. And of course, I don't know any Latin, I don't know any Brazilian or anything like that. And it just drove her crazy because she was just like, I don't understand what they're saying. How can you listen to that? And I was just thinking the music is so beautiful. How can you not listen to it? That's what I was thinking anyway. And definitely dealer video on. I love to see how it works. Oh yeah. Yeah. And also I'm going to make sure that I give you guys a good reference for the die cut. There was a lady that did like a really good comparison on the die cutting machines, and that helped me to kind of pick the one that I wanted. But I'm not telling you guys which one I have yet. It's going to be kind of a surprise. Okay, I'm just looking for my glue stick right now. Let me see if I can find it. Ugh. So if it sounds like I'm kind of going away from the camera, that's because I'm looking for my glue stick. All right, so I'm just going to use this again. And this was like my homemade craft pad that I made out of freezer paper and also paper bag. So, and I just made like a really small one, and that kind of worked for me. And by it being freezer paper, it can also take heat from the heat gun. So just keep that in mind. I actually bought a craft pad, but I'm thinking about taking it back because it looked like it's old and worn, and it's kind of crazy. so right now I'm just going to use this for the moment. All right, so we're going to put this down. And another good thing about junk journaling or doing glue books, I'm hearing people using glue books now, but it's that you don't have to be precise when you're putting things down. Doesn't this look like a nice little frame, like especially with the ink around the edges? I like that effect because sometimes I forget to do that part. All right, and then I'm going to put some glue on the back of this one. And I want the part that has the writing to be, oh, I ripped it. That's okay. You know what I'm going to do? Let me see if I have a scissors. I'm just going to cut this up a little bit because there's no mistakes. I should have been a little bit more careful because this is just plain paper that I did this on. But that's okay. Y'all can see I'm not really going crazy about it. See if we can get some glue on it. Probably like a wet glue probably would have been better to do this wet. But if I would have did this on a heavier card paper, I wouldn't have that problem. That's all right. That's all right. I think I have an idea. I have an even better idea now. So I'm going to put this one here. And probably some of the glue is on top. Uh-oh. I don't know. I might have to use a wet glue on this. Oh, you guys know what I can use? I can use my matte medium on this. Hold up. Let her get the matte medium out. Grab. Okay, here's my matte medium, and I'm just going to go over the top of it because it's clear, and so you can see through. Yeah, that page looks antique now. Actually, this page from the book it is vintage. I think it is from a book that was from the 30s. So the pages were already nice and yellow. I'm trying to open this up, so just bear with me for a second because sometimes this gets stuck a little bit. I tried putting like some wax paper around the top and then closing it, but that didn't really help for me for some reason. Let me close up my glue stick though, so it won't get all hard and crusty. All right. And I have a brush that I decided I'm going to just only use for like glue because I know I'm ruining some brushes. Okay, I'm looking for a scrap piece of paper. Get a scrap piece of paper that I can kind of toss. All right, now we're going to do the glue because I'm about to make a mess. See if I can hold this down. See, it's sticky, but it just wasn't sticking good. I guess this page is a little bit thin. Oh, you know what? I don't need this paper. See, that's a rookie mistake. I just said I was using this because it was clear. Duh. Move it out the way. Put this down here. And just go right over the top of it. Ta-ta! And it's clear. You can use like Mod Podge too. I kind of like the matte medium better because it has a thinner formula to it. All right, so here's the other piece that I kind of messed up. So I'm going to put this down here at the bottom. And let's do the back first. A little bit on the back. And you notice I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing. Usually when I come on live and I go on the camera, I don't know why, but I just feel the need to rush. And I don't want to rush. So let's see. And I'm probably, once this book is done, which I think this might be the few of the last pages, I still have some places where I can write. But once this is done, I'm going to make a new book, and I'll probably make another one that's this size. It's really easy. So I'll probably come on camera and show you all how I made it. It took me like a whole 10 minutes to make the book. And I like the small books, but I still want a big one too. So I'm going to make me a big one also. All right. And then I'm going to put this down as well. And it has like a little saying on here. I didn't put this on here. It was already on the page. I got this from a journal magazine. So that was good. Maybe I'm not letting it jar long enough or something. I'm reading the comments, y'all. Shannon is saying that she doesn't know why, but when she uses Mod Podge, sometimes it's sticky even when it's dry. I think what happens with the Mod Podge is, because what I found is when I use the Mod Podge, it's like it's sticky. Even if I use like the heat gun on it, it's sticky. But after a few days, the stickiness kind of goes away. But it's still, I think you're kind of right. It still kind of keeps that stickiness to it. The matte medium definitely doesn't have a stickiness, so that's probably like a little bit of a difference. And another big, huge difference, because I'm not gonna lie, the matte medium is definitely more expensive than the Mod Podge, so that's something to consider. I know there's some people that make their own. All you need is just like water and some glue to make your own, but it's still not the same. So that's something to keep in mind. But if you use your coupons, it's not that expensive. So, all right, so I got that down, and I'm gonna use my heat gun on this because it's wet. And I put my little my paintbrush into the water, so that way that glue will not set on there. So let me put this out the way, and let me get my favorite friend out. I need to give my heat gun a name because I love giving things around my house inanimate objects. I like giving them names, and I'm surprised I haven't given my heat gun a name yet. What, whatever kind of name it's gonna be hot. Y'all get it? It's gonna be hot. Okay, I know. That's not my calling either, being a comedian. But she tried it. She tried it. So the matte medium, I put it like a really thin coat on it, so it's gonna dry real fast. And it also does not have a glossy finish on it. So I like that about this. Because, sometimes I'm not down with a glossy finish. Y'all don't do as I do, because this heat gun is really hot, and I put my hand up under it and I felt it. It's real hot, so you have to be careful with that. So Shannon says like the matte medium is worth it if it's going to work for you. And I definitely agree with you. And once I started using it, I loved it. So you can see it doesn't leave like a really thick finish like the Mod Podge leaves. Yeah, you have to leave you have to let that Mod Podge set for a little bit because this it's like really thick because even if you use the heat gun on it, it's just to me it's not like truly dry. But this like there's no stickiness even now, it's still warm, so I know once it cools it's gonna be nice and dry. So that page came out pretty good, right? See, and this was a white page, so there's I don't think I think I have one more white page left on here. Now, uh-oh, we got some stuff that's sticking on the other side. Oh, it was a picture. That's okay. This was a picture of my son, but he didn't make it. Something oh the because this is just regular copy paper, so it just came through and there's some stickiness here. So you know what? I'm gonna put something here. I can replace this picture, so that's no problem. So let me get some paper towel. I got some used paper towel right here. And kind of get that off because when I close this page. And I'm just gonna, this is just a journal card here. I'm gonna just put something here. Maybe put something with a little color, a few things. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, you all. Just want to do a little collaging. I'm going to do a little collage. This is a pocket, so I don't want to block the pocket, but just going to do like a, how about we do a collage all the way down? This is what you have to do. You just have to start putting stuff down and just go with the flow because you never know. Nope, we need something smaller. That's one thing I like about the packs that I made because they have like small pieces and they have big pieces that you can use. How about this piece right here? This is one of my older pieces. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. get some double stick tape out for this. All right. Double stick. My poor son, his baby. They didn't make it, you guys. They didn't make it. They crashed and burned. That's what happens when you use thin papers, but most of the time I don't have that problem with like things bleeding through. So maybe there was a hole in the page. I don't know. I don't even really care. Because there's I know who it is, who it was supposed to be, and it's my book. So, and again, I still have those pictures. So I never put anything in the book that I'm afraid that I'm going to destroy. So, and you don't even have to use your own pictures. You can just use like magazine pictures, and you know how that goes. Oh, I'm sorry if I'm doing this off camera. I really wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. But I am just kind of making a collage. And I'm using some double stick tape, which is one of my favorite adhesives as well. So see, I got like a little collage. And since I have my little blending tool still has a lot of ink on it, that's one good thing about the Tim Holtz ink is that it has, like, it holds a lot of ink, so I don't have to, I should have did this before I put everything together, but I don't have to keep dabbing it into the ink pad. Let's see, can we? Ooh, that double stick tape is holding. I can't get that loose. Let's see. I'm really being extra now. There we go. All right, so everything has kind of like a vintagey edge, and then we can cover up that stickiness. And I'm just gonna use double stick tape all over the back of this as well. Okay. It's so cheap to make a copy of a picture. You can always make a copy. Yep. Even like when I did, I know if you all watched my little my video with the gel plates that I got. I love the jelly plates, but the jelly plates, I'm telling you, you're gonna have a big mess to clean up after you get done with that. So you have to be ready for the mess. But it's a lot of fun. And nobody says anything about the messiness of it, but it's a lot of fun. But I also make copies of like the gel prints that I made so I can use them over and over again because they made like some fantastic images. So that's something to consider whenever you have like some art and things like that, to actually, make copies of it. As a matter of fact, I had printed out something and I don't think it printed. Where'd you go, print? Where'd you go? It never printed out. It's that the printer is not responding. Wait, hold on for a second, you all. Let me look. Oh. There's a reason why it didn't respond, because the printer wasn't on. I had to reboot everything before I got started, so. Because everything was acting kind of wacky. And I wanted it to be perfect for y'all. Ooh, I like that. That's nice. Let me move some of this stuff out the way. We have too much stuff on this desk. All right. So now that shouldn't interfere with this picture over here that already, I won't say it got ruined, but it could be, it's seen its better days now. And you know what? This was like a little scrap that I had, and it's kind of beat up. And I do intend to go back and do some writing in here also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into kind of like a tag. So I also took out some, let's see, this is like some scrap fabric that I had, and I took out some of the buttons that I use. I actually have vintage buttons in the shop as well. And it's not these buttons. I actually have them all packed up and ready to go. So, but these are the ones that I use. And then I also had these that I got from a thrift store, which is like just some samples um, of some thread. So Shannon says, do you keep a lot of stuff that you come across and that's what you use, say scraps of wrapping paper or old bags and stuff like that? The answer to your question, hold on. The answer to your question, Shannon, is yes. Um, at first, I was like really kind of hoarding things to sell in the shop. And then I was like, you know what? I have all this good stuff. I want to use some of this stuff for myself. So I keep a lot of things for myself, but it's so much stuff that it just didn't make sense for me to try to use the stuff. Like if I found like a special papers or something like that, I would usually not find just a few, but I would have like a big stack of papers that I would find. So I had to start using them, and this is like a great way to kind of de-stash. Junk journaling is like de-stashing your junk. So I'm gonna pull out just a few little pieces, and these are already, some of them are already cut. So I'm gonna make like a tag, and I'm not gonna like obsess about the colors or anything because I kind of like the matchiness of the colors. And I think I want my tag, instead of maybe like this, I'm gonna put this on the end like that. And maybe even, that might be too wacky. I don't want to be too wacky. Let's see. Maybe we're going to kind of do a little bit of a collaginess again here. I have a little butterfly from my romance pack. And I'm going to put this up here. And let's see. And then I'm going to use these little pieces for, I don't want to cover the butterfly up too much though. Let's see. Let's glue the butterfly down. Yeah, when I first started junk journaling, it's like everything I saw was not trash. It was like everything I saw was like I can put that in my junk journal. And then I ended up just having like too much stuff because um I had like some paper bags full of stuff, and I had stuff up under my desk, and I had containers with stuff in it and stuff in the closet. And then I just had to say, you know what? I'm going to have to throw some things away. Everything can't go in your junk journal, Liz, but I still have like a drawer full of stuff. And what I did was I promised myself, I said, self, if this gets full, then I can't keep any more things. So that's an incentive to start using your stuff too. So if you have like a container, once that container gets full, then that's it. You can't keep any more stuff until it's unfull. So I'm using my Tim Holtz tiny stapler to kind of put this on. Again, I should have did this before. I keep forgetting. I always forget to do like the little distress thing. And everybody does it, but the one good thing that I like about it is it really gets rid of those white edges, and does it has an added finish. So I like using that. So that came out kind of cute. And maybe even I might put something else on there. Okay. This is what I want to show you guys. Because we were talking about making copies of stuff. Well, I have like these coloring books. I have this wonderful coloring book that I've been coloring in. And let's see. Where's that page at? Where is that page? I know I didn't cut it out. Let's see, I have a lot left in here. Look at that page. Isn't that fantastic? And so I'm like a practical kind of person. I'm always trying to figure out what can I do with the stuff that I make. So I made a copy of it. I scanned it into my computer, which is something you could totally do. So I'm going to use some of these pieces in the journal. Yay, if I have some space. I hope so, because I like the way these came out. So your crafting supplies are like that too? Yes, ma'am. I sometimes it's so easy to collect stuff, and people say it's expensive to craft, but you can craft with anything. So it's just nice to kind of just keep lots of stuff around, and then when you get ready to do your thing, you can just get to it. So let's see. I'm gonna cut out. Well, let me figure out where I want to put the owls now that I have them printed. They almost look like the coloring page themselves. They're so pretty, aren't they? Okay. I didn't finish this. See how I just jumped to something else? That's me. I was trying to see if maybe I had something else small to put on here because he looks kind of like he's missing something. So I wanted to give him a little extra oomph. Let's see. Um, no, I think he's okay. I think he's okay the way he is for now. I'm gonna put this little piece on here that says important. And this was a misfit too, because now these pieces are much bigger in the packs. And also, not only Shannon, not only do I try to keep everything that I come across, but then I was creating things as well that I could replicate. So, um, and then by me kind of going into design mode, I ended up with some misfit things that I wouldn't want to send out to anybody else, but they were just right they were perfect for me to use. So like this little piece here, everything is perfect, but it's small, so I could use that for me and I would be fine. All right, so that's good for this one, I think. I keep thinking of things that I could do with this, so let's see. And I keep things close to my desk that I'm going to use also. So I have like these stacks of paper, and these were they're not misfit cuts, but for me cutting paper, I had lots of paper left, and they all had like really beautiful images on them and text, so I didn't want to get rid of them, so I kept them because I love text pages. I'm, I'm a text page fanatic. Let's see what we have here. Let's see. So Shannon says that she uses a combination of Crayola and crayons and the coloring pencils to blend the colors. You know what? I have some crayons around here, but I haven't really used the crayons. I've just been pretty much using the pencils, my Prisma pencils, because I love them so much. I do have some um, I do have some pages that I've done with just the Crayolas, the ones that you can get like at the dollar store, and those work good too. But the Prisma colors, oh my, I love the Prisma colors. They are awesome. All right, so let's see. Yeah, my desk always turns into like a serious disaster. And I keep going off camera. Let me get adjusted here because I'm just going more and more off the camera. And the Prisma colors. Ooh, I should use this side. Oh, too late. I already put this down. Okay. Well, Shannon says she cuts up clothes from the kids when they're too small for the kids. That's a fantastic idea too. Okay. Is she done with this little card yet? Maybe. Maybe she is. Maybe she's not. I don't know. Let's see. You know what? I could put one of these pictures on there. So I am. It's a picture of my little buddy here. I'm gonna. Let's see. I think what I'm gonna do is kind of make this. You know how the Polaroid pictures used to look back in the day, where it had like the big white spot at the end? I'm gonna try to leave that so it looks kind of Polaroidish, and then the rest of it will do as straight as I can with scissors, because if y'all been watching me, I have a love-hate relationship with my scissors. Sometimes we're on and sometimes we're off. Looks like we're on today. And then, yep, I'm gonna leave that like that. So that kind of looks like a Polaroid picture, doesn't it? Now these pictures, this is just from two pieces of 4x6 glossy paper because my printer can take that. And so I don't have one of those fancy smancy photo printers. So I just go on to my iPhone app and I tell it to print these out, and I tell it how many to put on here and how big. because I don't want them to be too big. I don't want them to take over the journal. And there you have it. And then I have like some pictures, and I can just run those through the printer like really, really quick. Now I was gonna put this on here. Oh, it'll fit. And then that way when you pull it out, and then I'll put like a little journaling on here too. So let's take our tape and put our mini Polaroid that we made on here. That we made together. This is our mini Polaroid. I think one reason why I keep going off camera because I'm just bringing stuff closer to me because I have to reach a little bit for things to be under the camera. All right. Are you guys inspired? Are you all like junk journaling now? Are you inspired? You should be inspired. Go do some junk journaling. All right. I'm going to put you here. All right. So we can do kind of like a little bit of secret journaling on there. See? It's the baby. She's asleep. She was asleep. Knocked out. She went and got her blanket and went to sleep. All right. So, and then I'm just going to stick that in there. Ta-ta! And these pages are kind of finished. I think I'm not going to do anything else with those. Okay. Next, let's see. What do I want to work on? Let's see how we're doing on time. Well, we've been on for a while, but I might stay on a little bit longer. Let's see. I want to come back to this page, and I think on this one, let's see what we want to do. I don't know, you all. I don't know what I want to do. Obviously, the owl wouldn't, he would look kind of crazy on that background, but I don't know. Let's see what we can do here. I think I want maybe the red owl. Let's cut the red owl up. See, now I would be sick if I took one of my coloring pages and cut it up like this. I wouldn't want to do that. But at the same time, I was just trying to think of what can I do with these pages. And this is it. Hello, Lori. Welcome to the stream. We've been on for a little while. I'll probably still be on for a little bit because I said I was only going to stay on for about an hour, but I'm kind of enjoying myself. And I like chatting with everybody. It's fun for me. Okay, I'm going to get my little scissors out. Because I wish that YouTube didn't kind of ding you if you have like music playing, like copyrighted music. I would have like some nice music playing. So when I edit the videos, I can put in some music that won't get me copyright infringement stuff going. But you know, while you're doing the live, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Yeah, the Prisma pencils, I'm telling you, they are just, they're like butter to use. And I know some people use like the Faber-Cast pencils, but they're good. Now, I will say, do not buy your Prisma pencils at the box stores like Michael's and Joann's. Even with a coupon, it's going to cost you. I bought my Prisma pencils on Amazon. So buy your Prisma pencils on Amazon. Do not buy them at the store. Buy them online, eBay or something. They're all cheaper than they are at the store. They are ridiculously high at Joann's and Michael's. So even with a coupon. So usually I say just use the coupon. Yeah, they're very smooth and they're nice to blend too. So I didn't even try to like blend these out that much. These were done with the Prisma pencil, but I like the coloring book look that how these came out, the owls that is. So I just try different techniques on some pages. I'll press down harder with the Prismas, and of course, I'm no expert. There's some expert coloring people out there, and I watch their YouTube channels too. I just sit there and I watch them color. Because lots of them, they do them like, you know, they tell you what colors they're using. And there's one lady, her name is, her YouTube channel is Julie, I think, Oh, I want to say, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. I can't remember nothing like that, but she, I think Passion for Julie or Julie's Passion or something like that, and she does coloring, and I love watching hers. And I've actually picked up a few techniques, so I'm still working on my techniques of blending. But this page came out beautifully. Okay, now what I could do, I still could cut out the little piece in the middle, but am I gonna go through all that? Probably not. So I'm gonna put him here like this, but this image, I mean, it's nice and everything, but it's like it's kind of messed me up a little bit. So I'm gonna look in here in my flowish book here. This is my me flowish book, and I'm gonna see if I can find a paper that maybe I can use. This might be good. Let's take this off. It's just stuck on with some washi tape. So let's try that. And let's see what else we have in here. What else can we use, you all? I don't know. Now, when I make my junk journals, I always say to myself, self, I'm just gonna use this journal like for writing in, or I'm just gonna I'm not going to do a lot of painting in it, because certain journals I do like certain things. So I have, like, the art journals where I do more painting and things like that. And then this one is kind of a mix. So it's a little bit of a mix between mixed media and the art journals. So I am going to, let's see if I can find my pen here, because this place is done got out of control. We have gotten out of control, folks. So I'm just going to kind of freehand this again. It's not really a good idea with me and the scissors, but, and you know what I could do? I could make this into a pocket. I want to put the owl on here. That's what I'm going to do. Instead of putting it all the way down, I'm going to make it into a pocket. All right, so, but I'm going to distress the edges. So let's distress the edges. So I got my distress thing out tomorrow. I was doing like a coloring like on Sunday evenings, and I would come on and we would color together, and I haven't done that in a long time. So if that's something that you are interested in, even if you're on the replay, let me know in the comments. If that's something you're interested in, I might start coming back on and we can color together on Sunday, because I kind of enjoyed that too, because I like the lives because you can connect. I like connecting with my audience. It's a great way to connect. So we're over an hour, you all. So if you're just coming on, if you are just coming on, we are just having us some junk journal time. And I'm just taking some scraps of things that I already had. Nothing new, nothing crazy. And we are doing some junk journaling. So I'm going to put, I think I can use the thick tape around all the edges and it should be fine. Because I have like the skinny tape and the big tape. And I get these tapes to, I get these at Joann's, and you can get them for like $1.99, and that's nice. So I got a bunch of them. Actually, I haven't bought any tape in at least like 8 months, because I had so much of it and I still have tons of it. So, and I use it. I use my tape. Yeah, I use my stuff. I don't save nothing. You know how people say like they buy like scrapbooking kits and they don't want to use it, they hoard it, they don't use it? That, you will not see that from me. I don't do that. It ain't a game with me. If I get it, I'm gonna use it. I always like tell my mom, she has like nice china and stuff. I'm like, use that china, girl. You can't take it with you when you're gone, so you might as well enjoy it, right? Yep. So yeah, Shannon. So I'm thinking on it. I'm thinking on it. Usually Sundays are like family days, but by like around 6:30 or 7, we're usually done with our little get-togethers and stuff. So I can definitely come on, because I really enjoy coloring and running my mouth. Two of my favorite pastimes. Okay, so let's just Now, one thing I don't want to do, or you don't want to do, is like put things all the way down to the edge because remember you have to fold it, so it's going to be some wear on there. But I could put some washi tape on here too, just to make sure everything stays on the up and up. That was a little crooked. Could I get it up? No, not really. Oh well, because you can see the crookedness there. But that's okay, because I think all eyes are going to be on this guy once I have him down all the way. So what I'm going to do, instead of using my glue stick, because I don't know, the glue stick doesn't seem like it wants to be sticky enough. I think I'm going to use the matte medium and put this down too. I don't want him to be wrinkled though. Let's try the glue stick. Sometimes you have to just try some different things out. 7 is good. 7 is good for me too. I'm going to try. I'm not making any promises, but I'm going to try to come on. And we'll just do some coloring. Nothing big, nothing crazy, nothing wild. Okay. Oh, I probably didn't need that all the way up there because I don't want him to stick all the way up. I put glue on the back of him. Hold up. He needs to get covered up a little bit because she made a mistake. And yep, I'm talking in the third person, first person or something like that. School teachers don't get me because I got a public school education and sometimes I go off the rails. I just want to cover that piece up. Because I don't want it to get stuck. Wait a minute, let's do this. Now I'm being wild and crazy because I don't know what I'm doing. Because it's a pocket, so I don't want the pocket to get stuck, but there's glue on the back of there, so I'm just going to stick this on here. And then my intention was to cut this off, but then I stuck it down. I don't know. See? There's no mistakes. There's no mistakes when you're journaling. You can make anything work. Oh, you got a homeschool education? Well, I won't say that you're worse than me, but cuz public school is probably it's pretty I'm not saying anything about anybody else. Nobody get mad. I'm just saying my public school that I went to was not that great. But I will say I'm kind of smart, so I'm okay. Everything turned out all right. All right, so hey, I like the way that turned out. I like that. What do you guys think? The owl. And see that's like a free piece of ephemera for you. You color, you cut, you can make a copy of it and you cut it out. And then I also have a little flower here that I can use with this guy. I don't know if the little flower would fit in, but what the hey. Let's give it a try. And put the flower down too. I like flowers. I love the way that coloring page came out. Like all the I think what kind of worked out for me on this page was I didn't try to use too many colors. Okay. Because I'm telling you this because if you're going to get the Prismacolors, this could probably definitely help you to make a decision. You know that the colors come in different sizes. I have a 14, no, it's a 24 piece set, I think, that came in a 10. And when I got it, I felt like it wasn't, the range of colors weren't that great. So then I just went all in and I got the 150 set. There's actually a review. There's a review on the channel of the Prismacolors and also the cases I keep them in. So you can check those out. And what happened was then once I got the 150 colors, sometimes I feel like it's too many choices. It's too many choices and I have too many colors on my page. So what I do now when I'm coloring is I like kind of limit myself to not using so many different colors. So on this particular page, like all the owls probably have some of this color in it. It was like maybe 9 owls on that page, and they all have like some of the same colors. And I just tried to color things differently so you can see on here. because and that I think that came out a lot better because normally when I first started coloring, like I would every little spot would have had a different color. It was like a kaleidoscope. It was crazy. So y'all, I like him. I want to use another owl. I think I'm gonna make this an owl page because I like it so much, and I think I'm gonna use this guest check some kind of way. I got an idea. Let's see. Let's use this owl here. The fake diplomas. I'm laughing at the chat. Me and Shannon are having a good time. All right, so I'm going to use some of these guys here. There's something about owls. I guess because they're kind of mysterious. You don't get to see them that much. People just have all of these tales about how wise owls are and everything. It just makes them, they have like a beauty to them. It's like they don't want to be messed with. It's like, I'm an owl, just leave me alone. I'm a hoot and I'm going to be regal and that's it. Just leave me alone. So owls are a cool bird. A cool old bird. He don't have any feet. I think my printer cut the feet off because he did have some feet. Both of them. Neither one of them have feet now. I can rectify that though. We can make him some feet. His toes are gone. But with this again, it's a-okay. Don't have to worry about that. Flashy. Yep. That's how my pages were. The kaleidoscope of flash. Even I couldn't take it sometimes. I had to turn that down. Alright, so let's put a little glue on him. And this one I'm going to put on... Oh, you know what I want to do too? Ooh. I'm going to give him a little bit. We might need to put a little bit more ink on here this time. See, I should have put some ink on him too, but I didn't do it. Because there's like some white edges when you cut. And this cuts the edge up and it gives the page like a little bit of, gives it that vintage-iness. Alright, so let's put him down. I love these guest checks. Got them in the shop. Over at Pleasant Creations. Because you can do a lot of things with these. Okay, and you know what I'm going to do? I should put a picture on here. Where's the other pictures? See, I got too much stuff up here now. I need to clean this. I need to do a little preliminary wipe up here because I have too much stuff down. Too much stuff. Like, this stuff is just trash. Let's move some of this trash out the way. Let's move the trash out the way. To the trash can you go. It's good to have a trash can on your desk or nearby that you can go to. And again, I think, where's my big scissors? I think I'm going to do this again, kind of like a little mini Polaroid. Should I put her on here? I think I should. And then I can go back later and do my journaling. Because this is the fun part. Sometimes like the writing part is not that much fun to me. I've seen people who just glue magazine images into their books, and I don't think that would just be fun to me. They just go and get the magazine images. I want things to have a little bit of a meaning. Sometimes they don't. They're just trash, but I ain't gonna lie. I am not gonna lie. And let's cut a little bit of this off. And you know what? I have really good luck finding like these photo papers at the thrift store. I always find, I had to stop getting them because I had so many. So there you have it, Shannon. One thing I had to stop getting was like photo paper. Because photo paper is expensive in the store, but then I had like a whole big old stack. It was kind of ridiculous. was ridiculous. So I had to stop. It was crazy. I got crazy with the photo paper and I wasn't using it that much. So it's like perfect for the journals. I like the Polaroid look too. It's kind of cool. It's my little baby. She's so cute. All right. One of them cute ones you just let do anything. But then sometimes you have to break them down because they're doing too much. But I still love her so much. All right. So we're going to put the little baby on here. And what else do we want to put on here? This guest check is almost turning into like a little tag. I'm going to put this like this. And I'm also going to give the guest check itself a little something something. My plan was to like just use a bunch of pieces in the journal today and be finished with it, but I still think I have some more pages that I need to work. It would just take me too long to keep on going. Although I am enjoying my time here, it must end eventually. So I still have some room that I can journal on this. But I would like to use some fabrics on here. Let me find some. Just toss some fabrics out of here because, you know, my desk don't have enough junk on it. And just so it can have some fabric, I wanted to just have some fabric, just to have some fabric. And if I could rip this, I would, but it won't rip. So this one, I got some for real scissors for this one. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. I was cutting like some fabrics and my other scissors just don't cut fabrics good. So I bought me some scissors that I only use for fabrics, and these things, I love them. I wish I could use them. I mean, I could use them on paper, but I don't want to. I want to keep them pristine. So there we go. Because I wanted this to kind of have like a fabricy kind of look on the end. And then I'm just going to take this around the back like this. And I'm going to take my little Tim Holtz doohickey stapler there because I like it so much. And I'm going to put that down there. And then I'm going to take some, smooth this out the way. Just move some of this stuff over to the side. She got a lot of stuff going here. And we're going to take some of our threads. I know it took me a long time to say that, didn't it? Those scissors are awesome, aren't they, Shannon? They are awesome. I love those scissors so much. You have no idea. I just like holding them in my hand, but I don't use them for anything but fabrics. Sometimes I'm like, I can't find my other scissors and I want to use them. Like, nope. I'm only going to use them on fabrics because, I mean, I guess you could take them someplace and get them sharpened. You probably could take them some, I bet you Joanne will sharpen scissors. They might do it for a fee, but I think that they will. Okay, I'm going to use some more. And as you can see, there's nothing matching on these pages. But I still like all the layering and stuff, just to be able to use the stuff. That's what I'm going for. All right, I'm going to use some of that. And you know what would be good is like some yellow. Let's get some yellow out. Add some brightness to this. How about there's some gold in here. I think I got all these little things for like $1.50. They probably cost 99 cents at the dollar store, but I got them at the thrift store for about $1.50. They might not even been that much. It might have been like 25 cents or something. You can find some incredible stuff. Things that look like trash are not always trash. You can use them. You can enjoy them. Oh, that almost matches my nails. Look at that. All right. So, and then what I'm going to do is, because I know you're wondering, how am I going to put that down, right? So I'm going to use just some tape because I did this number on the last one and it worked real well. And I'm going to put some tape right here. This is a double stick tape. This double stick tape is strong. They have some, I think it has like the red, if you see the red one, those are like the really strong double stick tapes. And then I'm just going to take this and stick it on. And that's going to be fine. And then we are going to do a little mock sewing. So I'm going to take one of these buttons. And I ended up making this into a tag. Isn't that wonderful? And I still have some room where I could do some journaling with our little Polaroid. All right, so I'm not going to pour all these out. I want to, but I'm not going to do it. She's not going to pour them all out, Peter. Let's see. We have a green one. And I'm not going to be picky about the pieces that I picked. Whatever I put my hand on, that's what we're going to go for. Because, you know, I think sometimes, like when we're journaling, that we kind of get stuck on, like, what pieces we're going to use. And it can be a little bit crazy. All right, so I want to use some of this one. That's not even a word, huh? Some of this. It's my public school education coming out again. All right, I'm just going to be on just a little bit longer, and then I think I'm going to have to give in because I do have some other stuff I got to do before bedtime tonight. Let's get this, if I can get it loose. Some of these are hard to get loose. Okay, I might be using a different one in a minute. All right, there we go. Now, in this case, we're going to do, like I said, a little mock sewing. So, I have my needles here because, yes, that button looks good there, but it would look good if it would look better if it has some thread in it. So, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, wait a minute. This has some thread in it. Looks like some big, thick thread. So, I'm just going to use that. And the only thing I'm going to do, wait, let's do it this way, which is kind of a weird way to do it, but, and I like stringage, so I always leave strings hanging. I'm weird like that. And then, I'm so glad I didn't have to thread this. I don't like thread needles. That's a big needle too, but my eyes are just not that good to be thread needles. All right, so let's cut. Oh, before we cut it, you know it's easier to tie stuff with your needle before you cut it, because you can use it to guide. All right, and there we go. There we go. Now, and if you're really adventurous, you can like put some more threads in here, but this will do for me. I'm gonna do the. I'm gonna see if I can tie this in a bow. Can she do it? Can't she? It's not a lot. There we go. And then I'm gonna take another piece of my double stick tape. Find the end. I don't even need scissors to rip this, so that makes it super convenient to use. And I'm just going to put it on top of the threads. And as you can see, this double stick tape sticks to everything. Pull the back off and plop the button down. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to make sure that tape is covered. Just use the existing threads here to do that. Ta-ta. Now, I think I still would like, since I kind of made this into a tag, it's kind of taggish. I want to put some more fabric on here. Since he doesn't have any feet, I'm gonna put some tag. Put this at the bottom. And I don't care if it's hanging off the bottom. I'm just going to use some of this tape and put this on the bottom here. And I love using the guest checks because they have the lines on them already. And they're really easy to kind of grunge up and make look really pretty. And easy to write on. So there we go. Kind of a crazy little tag. But I like it. Okay, now I gotta find the page put on. See, this is all nice and dry now. That's trash. That's for real trash right there. Smooth it for real trash out the way. Okay, so on this one, I was thinking about, and maybe I'll come back and I'll put a hole here, and because I don't have any right here at the desk, so I don't want to get up because I'm lazy like that. Oh, look, you can go in here. Da-da-da-da. Oh, that's sticking out way too far. I don't mind stuff sticking out, but that's a little bit too far. Plus, she's like really hiding. Wait, I have another spot that I can put that in. This spot right here. So I can leave you in there because I'm going to do something with you too. So I'm just going to stick her in here. And what's nice about this spot is that this is a piece of vellum here and you can see through it. Ah, I like it. And then once I get the writing on there, it's going to be like really nice. Oh, I like that. That came out really good, you all. Okay. So I probably could like just go on and on just with the stuff that I have here on my desk. But I probably need to cut this. So let's see. What do we do? Let me see. I don't think I did anything forward here. Everything was back here. Okay, so we did our tag. And we used our coloring book. Look how much of this coloring page I still have left. Ooh, now I'm looking at it. I'm like, I could put something else on here. No, Lizzie. We got to stop. So I just used stuff that I had taken out. I used like some threads. So if you have like some threads and you're not doing nothing with them, you can use those. Because you know what? Threads go bad over time. They get kind of brittle. I guess they have some kind of moisture in them and they get kind of brittle, and you shouldn't really use old threads like in your sewing machine and stuff. Trust me, I know I've done that. You can use old buttons from like your kids' clothes that you have. And of course, you can make your own little Polaroid pictures. You don't have to go out and buy anything fancy. And ripped up clothes, like Shannon says, you can use like old clothes that's just not going to be good for anybody else. You can use those. Because you know, back in the old days, I'm going to say back in the old days. Well, yeah, I'm going to come back on camera here. Let me see me. Kind of on camera. And let's see, train. Uh-oh. How's that? I don't know what's going on with this mic. It's like it sets itself. It's crazy. I gotta see what's going on with that. I don't understand it. Oh, I think I know what happened in this case. Oh my God. That's so crazy. You're reading lips. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I'm gonna learn how to use this software if it kills me, but I don't think it's going by itself. I think I know what's going on. It's user error. It's user error. But anyway, so we have, okay, so we got a pocket here. And we did like a background so we can put a picture here maybe the next time, because I only do the junk journaling while online on this book. So well, I did a lot when I wasn't online, but I'm trying to share nicely. And then we made this tag right here, and it came out kind of cute with our little Polaroid on the back of the little baby sleeping. So, and I'm gonna do some journal. I'll probably do some journaling after I get off. And I think that was all that we did. So that took us a little while to do. More time than I thought, but I still have space. I still have space in here. So definitely don't forget, if you watch this on the replay or if you're watching it right now, if you enjoy, please give this video a thumbs up. And also subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And what else? Oh, and if you want some of the items that you saw here that I use, you can go over to pleasantcreations.com and you can just check the shop out. Of course, you're not required to purchase anything, but it always helps. It helps to support the channel as well. When people purchase from over there, and I always try to ship things out same day if I can, but no later than the next day. So it's like one day ship. I ship pretty quickly. Oh, look how bad this book is getting. Something fell out of here. Look how fat this book is getting. I like a fat junk journal. Look at that. That's awesome, huh? I can't wait to put this on the shelf. I love like just going back through my junk journals because the textures of the pages are amazing. It drives me crazy just thinking about it. I love it. All right, so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to shove off, and I want to say thank you for joining me. Thank you for chatting with me. Thank you, Shannon. Thanks for all the great ideas that you all gave me as well. So with that, I'm going to say love, peace, and hair grease from your sweet lotus blossom and lovable Lizzie. Have a fantabulous day. Enjoy life. Get your junk journals out. And hopefully I'll be here on Sunday to do a bit of coloring with you. All right. Have a good night, all.